Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Smequle, also known as Smequle, but you can call me Smequle, and in today's video, we're going to be finding out what would happen if the Golden State Warriors actually played in the Eastern Conference. So I traded the Golden State Warriors for the Brooklyn Nets. Since they don't have much impact on the Eastern Conference, I decided that would be the best trade to make. So I put the Warriors in the Eastern Conference. They're in the Atlantic Division, so they're going up against Celtics, Raps, Knicks, and 76ers. And we're going to find out if they can actually do better than the Cavaliers and still make it to the NBA Finals, or if the Cavaliers would beat them out. I'm going to simulate 2 seasons just to see how it would turn out after 2 seasons if it wasn't just one. But we're finding out our first season right here, and we're obviously going to pick the Warriors right here. Alright guys, so we got the Warriors out here, just taking a look at the roster. Obviously, you already know who's on it. We got Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson's up to 89, and Draymond Green. Very powerful starting four. I mean, this is just insane. And we're going to jump right into the season, and we're going to find out how they're going to do in the Eastern Conference. Can they come out on top? Have CPU rebuild. Alright, so Warriors starting off really good, 5-1. Lost to the Bucks, which is kind of surprising, but facing a lot of Eastern Conference teams here, doing a lot better than the Western, I believe. Let's have CPU just adjust the rotations for us, automate that. Alright, obviously we're declining the trade. That's a terrible trade anyways, so we're declining that. But 8-3, not doing the best, but still doing really good. And look at that trade right there, trying to get Lowry on the team. I don't know, that's kind of a weird trade, but destroying all these Eastern Conference teams. The only Eastern Conference team we've lost to is the Bucks. Let's see. Okay, we beat them this time, and we're going to decline that trade. So Warriors doing really good right now. The Eastern teams aren't really doing too good. We lost to 2 Western Conference teams. Beat the Spurs, so that's looking good for them. Houston Rockets lost to the Lakers. That's surprising. There had to be some trades going on with some of these teams. I mean, we lost to the 76ers. Oh my god. And then, of course, the Brooklyn Nets are now in the Western Conference, and the biggest loss for them is against the Cavaliers right there. They lose to the Wizards as well. So 24-8, 25-8, not the best record for them. Lost to the Raptors again. Wow, okay. And we lost to the Pacers. 38-15, a worse record than they finished with this year already, and we're not even like halfway through the season. But we're going to the trade deadline right here. Can we beat the Bucks? Okay, Bucks are completed. No trade deadline, and we're actually going to stop the simulation and come look at the standings halfway through the season about. And Warriors out in front, 41-15, but the Cavaliers right behind them, 39-16. The Bucks are up there, the Bulls too, and then the Raptors coming at the 5th seed. This is actually a lot different than how the season played out this year. I mean, we got the Boston Celtics in second last place, the 1st seed. I mean, apparently the Knicks are doing better. I don't know if this is because of the Brooklyn Nets making it harder or something, but Warriors still out in front. Actually, let's look at the other conference as well to see who's doing the best there. The Rockets are in 1st there, and the Spurs are way down below. That's surprising as well. But we got Rockets, Clippers, Thunder, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Jazz. The only surprising thing is the Spurs being so far down there, but these rankings are kind of what you'd believe in. And then also the Trailblazers and then the Brooklyn Nets carrying in that last place spot. Still, it doesn't matter what conference they're in, they're still going to that last place spot. And we're going to simulate the rest of the season, see how the rest turns out. I mean, I bet a lot of the Western teams, they don't have to face the Warriors as much, so they're going to get a lot more wins. Let's see how they can actually finish. Cavs are ahead of the Warriors. Oh my god, they're going to have to put in some wins here if they want to get ahead of the Cavs again. 2nd in the conference, not looking good for the Warriors. They need that 1st seed like they usually get. Will they be able to come back? Losing another game, that's not good for them. Again, they lost to the 76ers. This is crazy. The Warriors might actually not come 1st in the Eastern Conference. Looking like the Cavs are doing a better job. Got 2 more games, and there we have it. The Golden State Warriors don't even come 1st. So Russell Westbrook gets MVP. Let's see if that plays out this year. Joel Embiid gets the Rookie of the Year. 6-man Tyreek Evans. Defensive Player Hassan Whiteside. Damian Lillard gets Most Improved. And Tyronn Lue gets Coach of the Year. 63-19. The Cavaliers getting one more win than the Warriors, so they don't end up winning when they go to the Eastern Conference. No Warriors on that first team. We got Kevin Durant on the second team and Steph Curry on the third team. Anybody on the defensive? Kevin Durant made the defensive. I'm surprised that Draymond Green didn't make it. Very surprising right there, but there we go. We're going to be moving on into the playoffs now. We're not on the left side anymore, though. We are on the right side, and looking at the rankings here, Washington with the 8th seed, Philly with the 7th seed. Surprising right there. I mean, these are like the playoffs are right now, except obviously the 76ers are not in the playoffs. It would actually be the Celtics in their place. So there we go. We're going to find out if the Warriors can actually move on. And in the Western Conference, so San Antonio somehow ended up coming back. I mean, I bet you they got an injury or something, but they get the 6th seed, and that's kind of pretty much how the finals is right now, except obviously the Warriors would be in there instead of the Pellies. And also the Nuggets aren't in there. All right. We're going to be starting off the we're going to be starting off the playoffs. Anyways, though, we got the Warriors out here. Simulate the first game, and Philly takes the first game. Warriors take the second game. I mean, you can't lose to Philly. You cannot lose to Philly. 3-2. Move on. Okay, Warriors moved on. That was too close. Simulate the current round. Let's see who we all got. So Chicago ends up beating Toronto 4-0. Wow. Cavs 4-1. And, of course, the Bucks move on. And then over here, we got the Nuggets beating out Memphis. The Pellies beating out the Clippers. Spurs and Houston moves on. That's kind of the two I would pick in that area. A lot of upsets right here, though. And we're moving on to our second round against the Bucks. It's a 1-0 lead. It's a 2-0 lead. It's a 3-0 lead. Will it be a sweep? Warriors sweep the Bucks, and then we got to simulate the rest of this. Cavs end up moving on, and we got Spurs and Pellies in the Western Conference Finals. But this is a huge matchup right here against the Cavaliers. Will the Warriors be able to beat them? It's 2-1. It's 3-1. And the Warriors end up moving on. So not much of a difference in that Eastern Conference right there. They were able to still win despite having the Cavaliers in the conference. Warriors were able to move on to the finals up against the San Antonio Spurs, which I'd pick as probably the second best team in the West right now. And let's simulate the first game. Warriors go up 1-0. Warriors go up 2-0. 3-0. Oh, it was almost a sweep in the finals. 4-1. The Warriors end up being the champion. So being in the Eastern Conference, not much of a difference. But we're going to try simulating to the second season and see if there's really much of a difference. If anything changes, you know, we won't have a lot of the star players we do have right now on the Warriors. But we are going to find out right now. Kevin Durant with the MVP of the finals. 25 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 5 assists. Shot really good from the field, 60% and 52% from 3. Really good by Kevin Durant right there. But we're going to move on to the next season. Alright guys, so we're in the second season now, and where's my Warriors at? Here's the Warriors, and they're not looking good at all right now. They lost Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. They got Klay Thompson at a 90, Draymond Green at an 86. Got a few 70s up in here, so I don't know how they're going to do. I can't see them winning, can't see them beating the LeBron James in the second round. I can't see them beating the Cavaliers in this year, but we're going to find out. Going to simulate through the season and see how it ends up turning out for the Warriors. Starting off 2-0 though. Can they get a third win? Okay, they take their first loss to the Pelicans. They got a really good team, so it is what it is. But we're just going to check in back at the trade deadline and see how everything is going. Alright, so we're at the trade deadline now. The Warriors just doing terrible. 18-39, 15th in the conference. If we look at these conference standing right here, Cavaliers obviously in first. Then we got the 76ers, Raptors. I mean, 76ers doing really good somehow. I mean, I bet you a lot of their players got really good. But Warriors are last in the conference. 15th in the conference. 18-39. I mean, the only team doing worse is the Sacramento Kings, but they still have one less loss than the Warriors. So Warriors losing Durant and Steph really making a huge difference right here. Let's see how they finish out the season though. Alright, so at the end of the season, Westbrook with MVP again. Lonzo Ball ends up getting that Rookie of the Year. He actually went to the Magic. And we got Greg Monroe, 6th man. He's on the Pacers now. Andre Drummond gets Defensive Player. Klay Thompson, Most Improved. 25.3 points a game. Led our team, but did not bring us to the finals. And Terry Stotts, actually head coach for the Clippers now, gets that Coach of the Year award. Westbrook gets on the first team. Nobody from... Okay, Draymond Green gets on the second team. That's not too bad. And nobody on the third team. Draymond on the all-defensive first team. And that should be it for our awards. And now we're going to be going into the playoffs. Obviously, we didn't make it. Ended up coming 12th in the conference. Cavaliers end up winning. And 76ers actually tie them in record. And Celtics didn't make it. Warriors, we came 4th last, and Hawks, Knicks, and Heat actually came behind us. We're just going to simulate these playoffs right here and just find out who wins just for the fun of it. See if the Cavaliers will actually end up moving on and winning this time. And see what happens in the Western as well. It's Rockets and Washington ends up winning. Surprising right there. But there you have it, guys. If the Warriors were in the Eastern Conference, I mean, they didn't get that first seed, but they still end up making it to the NBA Finals. Not much impact on that first season. And the second season, when they lose everybody, it's just downhill. They can't really do anything there. But there you have it, guys. If you did enjoy this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more daily content. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.